Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to share with you some matches I did as part of Versus Esport, and you will see that there are many things to learn from it. So this is a FT3, there will be some slow motion during the match, but I will let the match go, and only afterward I will go in details in what happened and how to deal with it. As you might have seen at the very beginning of the video, my opponent's main is Lucky Chloe. However, for the very first match, he picked Alisa. I was quite surprised by this choice, and that's why I'm immediately checking, but yes, he's Seiryu, not Overlord. So why Alisa? Well, I guess she has some very good options from far range, where Ling has very little options. And she has not only some powerful tools at close range, but top of that, they also beat AOP, so yeah, I guess it's a good choice. This hop kick beats a lot of Ling's options, but he's punishable. That's a good start. He's now going for the low and the while standing. That's a poor defense, we will see it afterward. Now he takes advantage of the distance. And here again, pretty bad defense. That's risk free for Alisa. I wanted to make him float, but it didn't work. Now he goes for the low, and he's flying again and again. Didn't work, and he got it.
Round 2. Fight.
Same starter. And do not break, grabs, that's valuable knowledge. Looking for him to fly again, and it worked. That's a bad wall carry, not a great wall combo. But still, that should be okay, that's a pretty good lead. A low, mixing up while standing, that's not punishable, but with one jab I keep a frame advantage, and this is how I close it. With AOP you can actually deal with this while standing mix-up, but we'll see that afterward. That's a new starter, you can make it float. And he didn't move at all when I went for the low, so he punished me with the low, that's okay. Low pokes again, and while standing again, and I fell again. Okay, now he's floating, that's good. He's becoming crazy with lows now. And it's totally legit because it beats AOP very well. Always punish it. Pokes. Pokes again. I was hoping for a hop kick, but it didn't come. Okay, I didn't know that. Trying to make him float, but it didn't work. Still got the low. This is supposed to be pretty safe, but it's not, and I will show you afterward why exactly I fell for it. Now, I'm in a bad situation now. Okay. But hopefully Ling has the tool. He didn't attack this time. That's a nice step. Okay, I got to counter it. Trying to do proper wall carry this time. And it worked. And a low again against AOP. That was super stupid from me. Missed an opportunity to make him float, and here I was truly believing he would go for a low, but he stepped backward, and that was smart from him. The two best ways to deal with AOP are basically to stay away or to do lows. I'm still sure he will go for a low, and that's why I'm doing the hop kick, but the timing was wrong, and it was wrong 2 times. This first match wasn't too bad for me. I've been trying many things. I've been trying to make him float as far as possible, and so I've not been always, let's say, successful. But I do not believe that my lack of precision sometimes was the main reason why I lost. I've been a bit unlucky as well. But clearly the problem is my defense, and for example this one, he should have been launched punished for that. And I shouldn't go in AOP at the last one, it's not working. Here, however, you should use AOP, and we will see how to deal with it. But here again, you should have been launched for that, and that was pretty stupid for me at the last round. Very important moment. Here again, I had a lack of knowledge, so we will review all this in detail, and for those who do not want to check it, you can go directly to the minute 8 for the second match. So first I will show you how to deal with the while standing of Alisa. So here are the two while standing he has been using. As a Ling Xiaoyu player, the first thing you want to do is to go in AOP and punish that. It's working for one of them, however it's not consistent. You cannot punish the other one like that. So what you need to do instead is to press down once you go in AOP, just like that. Press down and afterward you will punish it. And then it becomes consistent. Another important move that you want to punish is forward 3-4-4, which is this one. And as you might have seen, the second one is a high, so this is how you deal with it. You duck the second one and you launch with while standing 2. That is what you will get if you duck too late, so be careful. And she can also cancel the second one, so you cannot punish it, but only if she goes for the full string. So now, something else that I wanted to show you. You see that Ling is using her left leg to do the hop kick. The left leg, it's important because if you want to roll after AOP up forward 3-1, you should roll in the same side. And as you can see, if you roll the other way around, then it's not working anymore. The hop kick will hit you. It's something quite common in Tekken and we refer to it as a weak side. You should always be careful because there are many exceptions. And speaking of exceptions, Alisa. Her hop kick is up forward 4-4, and that's why it's the right leg that is going up and not the left one. So if you want to use your Kali roll, see here's the left leg, however it's the right leg for Alisa. So I was saying, if you want to use a Kali roll, your instinct would be to turn on the same side of her leg. But it's not working. Actually, what you should do is do as if she was doing a hop forward 3, and then it works. I guess that this knowledge will always help you against any Alisa because they all use the same moves. She doesn't have a lot of very powerful moves. But anyway, let's go to the second match now. So of course I will pick Ling again because I play only Ling Xiaoyu. Here you can see that immediately I will go to Juggle Outpost. The reason is that when I'm doing friendly matches I always want to train in a map where there is a breakable balcony and a breakable wall, so you should do the same, just to be used to have your your juggles for these maps. And yeah, so I just feel home in the Juggle Outpost and it will be useful for your understanding later on, you will see. And of course, between the two matches I didn't have the chance to review Alisa as we just did, so I didn't know about any of these.
Round 1.
And here we are again, and again the same starter. Of course, it's a very good option for her, and Ling cannot finish it very well. So now low pokes, and I honestly believe that my elbow would have the advantage over the hop kick, but it doesn't work. He's poking a lot and it works well for him. A nice hop kick. Again, very good option at close range against Ling. And same starter again, it can be launch punished by other character but not by Ling. Nice Okizem, I saw that he didn't react very well to this low. He's poking again. That's risk free for her. Solid life advantage, going for the pokes, and it works. And you can see that I expected him to change his starter because it would have been beaten by the hop kick. Here I'm mixing up by cancelling the low, so that's a good read, very good start. Wrong wall carry, but still nice Okizem. Solid life advantage again, so just need for the pokes, and while standing 4 always beats the hop kick. Nice read from him, always beating my AOP with his lows. I didn't do stupid wake up this time, and I can close it with a mid.
Round 4.
He saw me starting with AOP last time, so instead of the up kick that could beat it, but that was finished properly many times, he went for the distance, which is always nice against AOP, so here I wanted to make him float, it didn't work. I feared that I was too far to get the full juggle. Good punish, then now the Okizeme. He's coming back well in this round, and this option again that beat me. That's very nicely done, and this is a 2-2.
Final round. Fight.
Zoning at the beginning, and that's a very nice use of the step to AOP. Not really possible to have a good wall splat with Alisa in this way, but that's a good wall carry. And the Okizeme, everything works fine, and that's a perfect.
You win.
So in this match I've been trying to punish always properly for what I knew, and also I could take advantage of what I saw in the first match, and especially regarding the lows. I've had a few good reads on my opponent, so it helped a bit, but I would say that the main difference between this match and the previous one is that while at the first match I've been doing some stupid moves at the last round, here it was very nicely done, and we will see it in details, but it's super hard actually to get it. So as you have seen on the slow motion, what you need to do is a step to AOP. It's not only AOP alone. AOP alone actually could offer to your opponent a counter hit. Then you need to time your wave punish, otherwise you will whiff, and you need also to have a proper distance to be able to reach your opponent. And of course, since your opponent is on the side, you need to be very careful with your juggle. So I would strongly suggest you to use the low parry to deal with it. It's less rewarding, but it's far easier to deal with it this way. So we are now at 1-1, and this defeat will lead my opponent to go for his main.
Round 1. Fight.
Here you see that at close range he's very careful with AOP, and he's going with the low pokes immediately. And this move is -14, and I'm trying to punish it with a 13 frame moves, and it didn't work. And here I cannot whiff punish it when it's launch punishable on block, so it's just terrible. The connection is good, but my reflexes are not making it, so yeah, I'm still going for the 13 frames. Punisher, it's okay. And he is using it again, because again it beats a lot of Ling's options, especially AOP. He has a frame advantage, he's going for the grab and it works. And you see that at a higher distance he doesn't have a lot of moves, so of course if he's using it again and again, I know how to step it. I was expecting a low, so that's a nice step from him, but I know how to deal with that. And I will go for it because I know that he's struggling with that low. He wanted to prevent me from using that low again, but I had a nice read on it. Now it's a nice read from him. That's a solid life advantage, and it's closed. At that distance I shouldn't have used 4-3, but I was sure he would come. Shooting stars meaning go the hell away from me with your lows, and that's a nice whiff punish. Going for the pokes. I wanted to whiff punish that, but I failed. That's a proper punish, and so it's not the best one. That's a misinput. I actually wanted to do the shoulder. Nice beginning of a comeback. Going for the pokes. That's a nice animation. Ling turning around, looking for the north, but she couldn't find it. And that was quite close to be a 3-0, but nice comeback. Well done. Might have been a misinput from him, so it's punished. Looking for the mix-up, but it didn't work. Nicely stepped. That's a nice block. He should have punished it way harder than that. We run into each other. I'm a bit lucky here, but I'm dropping the juggle. We'll see it afterward. And you see this jump and this low poke coming again and again, because these are very powerful tools. Nice step, nice with punish, that's it. If you want to go directly to the fourth match, you can go to the minute 21:30. And now we are going for a small review of the match. So I would say it was a pretty straight win, even so the punish were not the perfect one. This should be lunge punished, with 3 actually, but we'll see it afterward. And this was a misinput from me, but as you might have heard many times already, if you watch tournament matches, the most important is to always punish your opponent. It's not to have the perfect punish each time. And also here again, the juggler will choose is not the one that will do the maximum damages, but it leads me to a situation where I have the advantage over one of my opponent's weaknesses, which is to deal with Ling low launcher. So if you start to sum it up, proper punishes, even so it's not the best ones, nice knowledge of my opponents, sometimes good reads, because here again this could have been whiffed punished. If you're not sure that your opponent is coming at that distance, you should not use 4-3. So now, regarding Lucky Chloe. As I said, you can nudge this with 3, but I had some troubles to punish it with back 4-4, so I didn't go for it. It shouldn't happen. You should always be capable of latching this move on block and also the hop kick. So normally you cannot lunge punish on block a hop kick, but Lucky Chloe's hop kick is a bit faster than the others with proper tracking, and that's why it's lunge punishable, as you can see. And now here is one mistake I've made with my bad input, but this is how you should deal with it. The first thing you need to know is that Lucky Chloe can do this move and end up back turn or front turn. This is the back turn and this is the front turn. If she ends up back turn, she's not at -13, but you can still use back 4-4. It will beat any of her options, including going back to block. And if she ends up front turn, it's the proper punish. Now, you have seen that I fell for this grab a lot of times, and you can actually break it with either 1 or 2, so do not allow your opponent to use it. Now, another very important move for Lucky Chloe is this one. And here again, Lucky Chloe will have 2 options. She can basically cancel the second move. An easy way to deal with it is to do back 4-4, which is what I've been doing during the match. It's very efficient if Lucky Chloe is doing the full move, but if she's cancelling it, it will not work. So the best way to actually deal with it is to do a side step, then to cancel it with a forward and to use 3. It will beat both options for Lucky Chloe, but it's quite complicated to do, and in a real match it can be very tricky. And it's actually what I tried to do here, but you see I missed the forward. It is definitely not easy. Now another thing that I wanted to show you is this whiff. So we will see in details while running 3, and you can see that you can do it in very close range if you have a proper input. Otherwise, to train, just go a bit further. So you have this juggle, which is a standard juggle I would say for while running 3 on hit. For 1 additional damage point you can delay the 1-2, which gives you 1 while standing 2 instead of 1-2. So you will get 67 damages instead of 66. Another thing is to use this while running 3, 1 while standing 2 on block, because it gives you better properties. The while standing 2 can give you a counter hit, which means a full juggle. The while standing 2 is only -3 on block, when the while running 3 then AOP 1-2 is -6 on block, so it's better properties for the AOP 1 while standing 2 option instead of AOP 1-2. However, AOP 1 alone can be punished. So if you see your opponent punishing it, then don't use it anymore. And then go for the AOP 1-2 instead, which is 100% safe. Something else that is very important to know is that when your opponent is jumping, your juggle will not work anymore. So here I will show you while Xiaoyu is jumping. And you can see that Ling is going too far. It's not possible to finish the juggle with that. The AOP 1 delayed 2 option is not working better, so what you need to do instead is to do 1-2, 1-4, and here you get your full juggle. Unfortunately, during the match it didn't work out for me, and the reason is the angle of Lucky Chloe. Even a very small angle would make the elbow whiff. And I will show it to you now when Ling gets up with rolling right. So when there is an angle, you need to use a different juggle, which is up forward 4. As you can see it here, it works. I knew it before the match, but I honestly didn't realize that there were any angle between me and Lucky Chloe, so I got it wrong. It's very difficult to take good decisions in that game. So this is a 2-1 for me. Of course, I still have Ling Xiaoyu. And this time my opponent will be playing Paul. And I was super happy when I saw that, because not only it's Paul, but on top of that, it's on Jungle Outpost. And I know the Paul matchup very well, because there is not a lot of tools that Paul is using, so the main tools I know how to punish them. And Jungle Outpost is basically home. So yeah, I was super confident at that time. What I didn't know is that Paul is actually the main of my opponents, just not the highest rank so far at that moment, but it was actually his main, and well, it will be a bit more complicated than expected.
Round 1. Fight.
He got me while I was backdashing, but it's a nice start for him. He could have punished that harder. That's the wrong punish for me 2 times. I should have done up forward 3 each time. Stepping the wrong way. And this is definitely punishable, wrong punish. This offers me a frame advantage. I go for the mid and it worked. And this time I go for the low, it works again. And here, look at that. Just frame, like 1 frame basically. Before I hit him, the rage started. It's very unlucky for me, very well played from him. It was a very tiny timing.
Round 2. Fight.
A shoulder again, it's a different one, but both of them are punishable. So it goes a bit better because still he has some trouble with that low. I get the frame advantage again, and again I go for the low and the low again, low pokes. Such life advantage, but you know, it's Paul, so it's never over. He still has his rage. That's a poor whiff punish. He interrupts me. Nice backdash to create space for the whiff, and then nice whiff punish. So he got it. Very well played from him.
Round 3. Fight.
Bad whiff punish again. I'm missing all of my punish basically. Again a whiff punish that is missing. Finally! Whiff punishing something. Okay, it goes better when it's not this robot. Grabs. Still didn't break any throw.
Perfect.
That was a nice round. It's a bit late to wake up, it's 2-1 already, but that was nice. And it got me immediately. Okay, wall carry. Nice wall carry, but poor wall combo. Here again it was up forward 3. This is what I should have done since the very beginning. Grab again, it works. I'm really building on his flows, so low reaction on lows and grabs. This was a bad wall carry. With a good wall carry he would be almost dead, and that's a nice rage from him. Now I'm in a very bad situation, I don't even want to get up. And very nice shoulder. This is a very fast move. So down 4 of Xiaoyu is -3 on hit. But using while standing 4 is almost safe because there are almost no options that your opponent can use that will be faster than it. but here it was very smart from him. So we will go directly to the last match because it's Ling versus Paul again, and you know, the Paul matchup. It's almost the same match again and again, so let's see that.
No pain, no. Round 1. Fight.
Nice shoulder, okay, nice start again, nice with punish, that was well played. I can bring him to the wall, but still he has the wall pressure. Nice use of Magic 4. This is not what I wanted to do, but missing it again. Nice poke, and that's very well played. So you see that when he saw me turning back with my rage activated, he immediately jumped over. He anticipated basically the rage drive. That's a good start with a grab again. Going for the low this time. Nice block and nice punish. It was a solid life advantage, but you know it's Paul again. Need to be very very careful. Finally I went down, but this is not the good way to deal with it, we will see it afterward. Wrong with finish again, this time it's better. It should be good. And here again the rage. It's not the first time, I should have been more careful. Now he goes for the wall carry, that's a nice one. Missing the wall combo, but that's a nice low to finish it. Well played from him again. I was hoping he didn't delay it, so it would have been a nice punish, but unfortunately he played well. Clearly counting on Ling's evasion to do a comeback. It will be tough, already 2-0. And of course he saw it coming, it was a bit a lack of respect, it was too obvious to use it this way. He has been dealing with my rage drive very well in the past, so I tried to hide it a bit and it worked. By going backward I clearly go for the 50-50. Unfortunately it didn't work, but he didn't punish it properly. And the round is for me, but I'm very lucky on this one.
Round 4. Fight.
That's nice zoning. And what can I say? I won't scream, but that's bad. That's really, really bad. So frustrated I didn't react to the low. And now I'm in a pretty bad situation. Close to the wall. He closed it. That's very well played for him. A perfect to finish it. A lot of people are mad about Paul rages and death fist, but this is not why I lost. I lost because I didn't deal with lows properly. I didn't whiff punish or block punish properly. I didn't handle the distance very well, and I lost a lot of opportunities. On top of that, I've been allowing my opponent to use his rage again and again and again, and it's Paul. If you allow your opponent to use his rage, he's gonna win the round, basically. It's so much damages, you know that, and it's block punishable, so you shouldn't allow him to use it. Either you kill your opponent before he uses his rage, or you wait for it and block punish it, it's up to you. I've been trying many times to close it first, but it didn't work well for me, so I should have been more patient at some point. Now we will go for a quick review of Paul tools, and this is what I tried to do during the match. Unfortunately, my opponent delayed the second hit, and that's why I got launched. So it's possible to put the AOP on the second one if it is delayed, but it is super hard, and you need not only to have a good reaction, but you need also to have a good read on your opponent. Now regarding Paul's shoulder, he has two of them, but both of them are lunge punishable with 3 with Ling, so do not allow your opponent to use it. It's a very powerful tool for Paul actually. Now regarding Paul low launcher, I've not been dealing with it very well during the match, but it's a bit more complicated than what you might think. So this is the one I'm talking about. There is a huge pushback of the low, so even if you block it, you might not be able to punish it properly. What you need to do instead is a low parry, but Paul has some mix-ups. He can also go for high or for mid. It's especially the mid that will be a problem because it goes fast. So what you need to do actually is first to wait for Paul to move, and then if you see that he's going for the low, you low parry. You can even go a bit deeper by doing a heavy guard to deal with the high, but it starts to become crazy and very good execution is required. If he goes for the mid, you should be ready to punish it with the shoulder. Yeah, and I think you're good. If you can punish the mid and the low, you're fine. I hope that all these tips are going to be useful for you. If you liked it, do not hesitate to like, share and subscribe. I will be doing some more detailed video to help you understand what is happening during the match. I went very fast on some points because it was quite a long video, so do not hesitate to ask questions if you have any in the comment section. And I will see you around for some more Ling Xiaoyu videos. See you!